the truth about Brexit.
Power.
New World Order.
Unconditionally committed.
While the British people were deliberately distracted by the illusion that they could ever leave the EU including the UK, have completed total defence union. This is why the Brexit vote was offered in the first place. If the British people knew the nation's ability to defend its sovereignty had been given away in its entirety to the central command and control of the EU, leaving the EU would have been a foregone conclusion. In February 2018, speaking about defence and security at the Munich Security Conference, regardless of Brexit, UK Prime Minister Theresa May stated that the UK was unconditionally committed to EU defence.
So as we leave the EU and forge a new path for ourselves in the world, the UK is just as committed to Europe's security in the future as we have been in the past. The United Kingdom is unconditionally committed to maintaining it through a deep and special partnership between the UK and the EU, to retain the cooperation that we have built and go further in meeting the evolving threats we face together.
On the 15th of February 2019, Tony Blair spoke about EU Defence Union at the University of Technology in Munich. He acknowledged that the British people wouldn't like it if they discovered the truth. Therefore, he suggested this should be handled carefully. Deception, in other words.
The reason of my father's generation was peace after the ruins of the Second World War. Right? That was the reason for Europe then, peace. The rationale for Europe today is power.
My name is Erlina Zicire. I want to ask something regarding the European army, which our German Chancellor Angela Merkel endorsed a lot. I want to know what your point of view is regarding a European army, and do you think that this might be an additional incentive for a Brexit?
It's really a very important issue, because one of the things that I think is vital for Europe to develop in the future is proper defence capability. It makes perfect sense for us to fashion greater European defence cooperation, looking at how we can pool our defence capabilities in the most effective way. If we explain this properly, no, it doesn't help the Brexit case. So we just need to be careful how we do this. If we explain this properly, no, it doesn't help the Brexit case. So we just need to be careful how we do this.
On the same day, the 15th of February 2019, the High Representative of the European Union, Federica Mogherini, spoke about how the EU had now created EU Defence Union as a commitment to the New World Order.
And this is why we have, in the last 2 years, built at last the European defence. A dream that our founding fathers and mothers always dreamt of, but never managed to accomplish. And now it's done. Together, joining forces, we are definitely a superpower. The Europe of defence is now a reality with solid foundations. It is our commitment to a more cooperative, multilateral New World Order. We are definitely a superpower. It is our commitment to a more cooperative, multilateral New World Order.
If we explain this properly, no, it doesn't help the Brexit case. So we just need to be careful how we do this.
It is our commitment to a more cooperative, multilateral New World Order.
The rationale for Europe today is power.
Our commitment to a more cooperative New World Order.
The United Kingdom is unconditionally committed.
Power.
New World Order.
Unconditionally committed.
Power.
New World Order.
While the British people have been distracted with debates about trade regulations and bitterly divided over issues such as immigration, sovereignty and the economic impacts of Brexit, the EU have seized upon the opportunity and surged ahead with complete EU defence union, which Britain is unconditionally committed to. All politicians have been entirely silent on the issue, as have the mainstream media, as it now appears extremely unlikely that the UK will leave the EU. The Brexit deception is complete.